Sincerely, I don't know if I have to speak English or speak Italian. You know, I am a little confused because my family is American. My son and my daughter, they live in America. But from the beginning, when I tried to talk English at home, all the time they stop me, they say, you don't speak well. And for that reason, when I have many American people here, maybe it's better if I start to talk in Italian. But in reality, I want to start in English and then maybe I switch. I start with this image and holistic attitude around wellness. Because in reality, I am an architect, I am a designer, and I have I have a view around wellness. It's and for an architect, the view is we are working for the quality of life. That is, I think, is the role of one architect. Work around the quality of life and create place. Create place when the people are happy to stay. Create place when the people they appreciate the quality of the space, of the life, of the community. From this suggestion, all the time I try to do my job. When in the 2000, I start to do the project. This is 2012, but it's a mistake. I start to do the wellness village in the 2000. It was a long story. Big relationship with Nerio and Pierluigi around this project because immediately the question it was not to create just an architecture. The idea from the beginning it was to create a place to communicate the idea about wellness. And the idea about wellness is, for example, sustainability. Don't choose a lot of energy. Don't choose, use natural material to really give this suggestion of quality of life, quality of job. And immediately we start to work around the idea how the sun is coming in this building, what you see from this building. And, this is just the shape of the roof. We have a north and south. And, immediately we decide to open the whole windows in the north. In that case, you have light, and you don't have sun. And immediately, you reduce a lot of the cost of energy. That, for us, is wellness. It's not just a question of ego or a question of... Because around wellness, there is so many different perceptions. No? Some people, they think wellness is also a little bit hedonist or something like that. In reality, my idea about wellness is really quality of life. And to do my profession in this direction, I think is my position really simple and clear around wellness. I'm going quickly, but this is the first model what we did. We start to build in the 2012, but for many reasons. But what I am lucky, and when you find a client like Nerio and Pierluigi. Why I say that? Because every project they have a father and a mother. It's not possible to do a big architecture, a nice architecture without the client. Because the relationship, what you have with the client, is normally the key to understand the quality of the project. Because the client is an opportunity, and the discussion between give a lot of power in the project. I don't like when, for example, I find some client, they don't have an opinion. This is terrible. For an architect, it's a terrible situation. No, it's true. Because why? You don't understand. No, because everybody they need a confrontation. They need another vision. And And through this relationship, you really have the quality of the project. We have an incredible discussion, 6-year discussion, more or less. But in the end, this is the section of the building. But you see in the drawings, in the down part, you see the sun how it's coming during the day, in different day, in the different months. That it was for that reason the shape, for example, of this ceiling is not just a question of design. It's not a question of aesthetic. It's really a calculation about how the sun is coming, because the sun here is really strong in Italy, in generally strong, but also in that area is really strong. And for that reason, we have what I said before, the north and the south, but we have also the sun is going down in that direction, and really to protect the window and create this, the ambience natural. Because yes, we have also the air conditioner system, that for sure. But if you have a really low energy for the air conditioner, the whole condition in the building is completely different. In the meantime, we did the same job also for the factory. This was is the result of the building. It's really like the model, what we did at the beginning, and the whole structure is in wood and concrete. Is prefabricate. What does it mean? Means we produce everything in the factory and we assembling here in the really short time. Also, to save money, it's also a question of wellness, because this building is really, I don't want to say not expensive, because maybe it's not true. Maybe Nerio can fall down on the chair, but in reality, if you see the square meter, how many square meter, and the total cost, I have to say, it's one of the cheapest building what I did in my career. No, it's true. You laugh, but it's true. Okay. That's the image from the freeway, because it was also important to communicate. I did building for different clients, and if you have a client, for example, like Technogym or fashion client or design client, is completely different than, for example, real estate client, because the design, or when you have a mission, the building, it's a part of the business, it's a part of the factory, it's a part of the, it's an asset. It's not something just to build and finish. No, for that reason, one of the main discussions from the beginning, it was the idea how we can create the communication through the building about our mission. And for that reason, I say it's really important, the relationship with the client, because you really have, you have something more. But, okay, that is the interior, and, immediately we start to work also, with the ball, for example, and it's my office system for Vitro, but after we introduced this new seat, and, also the work inside of the building is really connected to the mission, because the people, they work there, but they do gym in the spa. There is the people, they use the machine, they experimental the machine. Our first test is done with the people who work here. There is really an osmotic experience through who produce, who we sell, who we think. In fact, that is the place, for example, this is the place when the people use, during the day, the machine. Also to eat is a part of the mission. You know, what you eat, you know, in fact, we create this, you know, atmosphere, but the atmosphere of quality of food, quality, you know, the governor of Emilia-Romagna talk about that, you know. Emilia-Romagna, they have this incredibly quality food. For that reason, we really want to use the food from here, you know, 0 kilometer, you know, something come from the country around here. This is also an idea, a total strategy of the company. You know, just 9 minutes gone. I have to run. You know, this is the first machine. What I did also for Technogym, because I started to do architecture, but after 10 years I started to do design. That it was no, maybe the date is also wrong. I did this 10 years ago. I did this machine, and it was the first experience for me to work around, you know, machine like that. I talk machine, but maybe, you know, maybe I have to find another word. You know, they are not machine, are something different. And it's interesting what happened, because, you know, you really have a team. This is the, you know, and you are really part of the team. People, they think their creativity is an additional value. In reality, it's a mistake. The creativity is really a part of the industrial process. It's not something, you know, put on something, no. The creativity, it really starts from the beginning. And, you know, my role is, in this creativity process, is something. But, for example, the movement or the mechanical solution or, you know, logistic solution, it's also creativity. And for that reason, it's really important to think about this aspect of what does it mean, creativity. Creativity is really part of the industrial process. It was the other machine, because I did we create. At the beginning, it was not clear what we have to do, but you know, after we start to think a collection, because the real difference from Technogym and other company is we create a family collection for specific niche of the market. That's, you know, now maybe you know that machine, you know, that is one of my favorite machine in terms of design. That it was the last one. Now I'm doing others. You know, next year we will present a new 2 machine for a personal collection. Now I want to talk a little bit about my job around hotels, because it's, my office is 80, no, more or less 100 now, 100 architects. I am the unique designer in the company, and but our main job is to do architecture and interior. And hotellerie is one of the biggest. It's the biggest job what we are doing. We are doing the whole Bulgaria, all around the world. That it was the first swimming pool done for Bulgaria in Milano, and where we put the gold in the water. That is was the idea about luxury. No, for an architect, talk about luxury is very strange, because and then all the time we say, luxury for us is quality, quality of material, quality of service, quality, but not luxury. That is the Bali Hotel for Bulgaria. I start to, you know, with this drawing. This is the compound of Balinese compound, no? And that it was the, you know, the idea of how we can create an hotel with this spirit of democracy and quality. And we did the whole project with this idea about Balinese compound. and we create space for, meditation or welcome. I have some people from my office stay in Bali for 1 year just for work and find details, materials, and because sometimes you really need, to get the spirit of the place. It's not possible to draw something, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000 kilometers away, and we really did, a good job for this research of connect contemporary architecture and place, because in the end of the day, what they want, the people that go to Bali, they don't want to a Citterio hotel, they want a Bali hotel, and in this case, I had to do the interpretation of that, and for that reason, we worked there for 1 year, and then, for example, the old material, what we build the hotel, for example, the stone, we escaped the forest because it was a part of the jungle. We escaped the material and we used the material, the same material of the place. And this was done in 2012 years ago. We opened, but in reality, it's also this project is more than 15 years ago project. That is the spa area, the wellness area. And that is another one in London, completely different. And that is also the spa area of London. Beijing, now we did Beijing is an interesting city, but that area is fantastic area because we are on the river, and we work a lot around the nature. I work with a landscape architect, and we did we renovate 500 meters of the river, of the area between the hotel and the river. That is the Bulgaria. I have to go. And quickly. That is it's another, is the spa of this is Dubai. Just, it's an enormous project because it's 200,000 square meter project, and because it's hotel, houses, and condominium. Also here we did, a fantastic spa. That is the last one in Shanghai. This is the entrance of the spa, and this is when they do the massage. This is an interesting project I did many years ago, but it's like because it's a typology, It's a typology for a hotel, for a spa. I did, 10 years ago. And the idea is to split the project in two parts. It doesn't work. This doesn't work. But the first part, you see a little space, and this space is a little, space for, for your personal trainer, for your machine, and it's separate from the bed. And, you have your space, your private space for your little spa. But because they all end, after we have a terrace, and the terrace is completely isolated. You have your sun, you receive sun, but nobody can see you, and you don't see the other one. Because we really create a space for, look, this is the courtyard of the building. This is and then here we have the massage area, something like that. This is another little hotel, Bormio. Also here it's a little spa, Mandarin Oriental in Turkey. May I talk another 2 minutes? Okay? Okay, great. Because I'm finished my time. Okay, okay. This is, for example, the Bodrum project. Also here, the relationship between the, you know, the... Okay.